We are here at Meldon Law and Friends, our weekly podcast. This is attorney Carrie Meldon with Meldon Law taking over for Jeffrey this week. We're going to have a great guest later on in this show, Joe Waters, who is your trusted real estate expert in North Central Florida. He's going to tell you a little bit about what the real estate game is these days, both commercial and residential, spanning throughout Florida and how it's changed in the last few years. But before we go with Joe, we're going to talk a little bit about our upcoming announcements, events that are coming up that we think you guys should check out, and talk a little bit about our firm and some free offerings that we have. So without further ado, we'll start with our Meldon Law practice areas. At Meldon Law, we help everyone in North Central Florida that has been injured as a result of a serious accident. Consultations are always free, and you can come into our office and meet with us in person, or you could do it over the phone. We are local and have offices in Gainesville, Ocala, Lake City, Williston, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami. My sister Jessica just opened the South Florida offices in Miami, and she is there to meet all of our prospective clients as well. Our events coming up are this Saturday, September 13th from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. There's the Brazil Fest that's located at Heartwood Soundstage in Gainesville, Florida. This event's all about celebrating Brazilian culture with the live music, dance, food, and so much energy in one place. It's going to be a fun, colorful night where the community can come together and experience the sights and sounds of Brazil. So if you're looking for something lively to do that weekend, this is definitely it. It's a free event to attend. So this is Saturday, September 13th from 8 p.m. till 11 p.m. in Gainesville at the Heartwood Soundstage. Also, the following week on Sunday, September 21st, in the Villages, the Soweto Gospel Choir, which is a Grammy Award-winning group from South Africa, will be performing at the Sharon Morse Performing Arts Center. The tickets for this event are $40 and up, and at this event you can see performances that mix African gospel, spirituals, and even a little contemporary flair. Check it out. That night there's actually another concert in Ocala called the Absolute Queen Concert, which is a Queen band tribute band. It's at the Riley Arts Center. Tickets are ranging from $25 to $50, and it's an epic Queen tribute with all the classics. If you're a fan of Queen, you should check it out. This is your chance to sing along and relive the music that defined a generation. And the last announcement is on Sunday, September 28th at 6:30 p.m., there will be a candlelight concert featuring Vivaldi's Four Seasons. It will be located at the Hippodrome in Gainesville. Tickets range from $50 to $70, and it's a pretty cool event. The candlelight shows go across the nation, and it's a unique way to be able to experience Vivaldi's Four Seasons. There is going to be our next Fan Fest versus Texas Longhorns. This is Saturday, October 4th. It's going to be in Gainesville. We don't know what time the game will be, but you can come by the Fan Fest, and we'll be giving away free tchotchkes, as my dad likes to call them. We have everything from fans to T-shirts to plush toys to sunglasses to towels to clear bags you can bring in the stadium, a variety of different items. So come by the Fan Fest booth located between the stadium and the O-Dome, and you'll see the Meldon Law banners flying. Come by and spin a wheel for your free prize. Finally, there's ticket giveaways on our Meldon Law Instagram and Facebook page. We just put out the Florida-Georgia Instagram giveaway. That weekend's always a big giveaway because we're actually going to be giving away 2 free dinners at Calford's Chop House, which is a great steakhouse in downtown Jacksonville, a weekend stay at the hotel, the Marriott in downtown Jacksonville. So you can actually walk to the game. You'll get 2 free tickets to go see Florida and Georgia, and you'll get a signed Billy Napier football. So if you want to subscribe and get into the Meldon Law football family and win that great prize, go to our Meldon Law Instagram page and or Facebook page, and you can check it out. Finally, if you want a copy of our free book, the Florida Auto Insurance Book, you can download it, or you can call our office at 352-373-8000 and request a hard copy free of charge. We'll send it out to you, and this book will give you all the tips and details on how to buy auto insurance, including what type of coverage you should be requesting, where you should be calling to get the best and most affordable premium quotes, and what type of coverage would protect you and your family. So all of that is you can get through our website, or you can do it via hard copy in our office. That is it for today's announcements. After we come back from this short break, we'll get into our interview with Joe Waters from Engel Völkers Real Estate Company. We look forward to having Joe on. Please stay tuned. It should be a really captivating interview.
Jeffrey, what are you doing?
Well, I'm joining the band, of course. Since Meldon Law is the official law firm partner of the Florida Gators, I want to help.
Dad, we're litigators. Let's stick to helping people in the courtroom.
Well, can we still hang out and jam a little bit? At Meldon Law, we won't back down.
I was going down a one-way street, and a girl that was driving her car T-boned me on my scooter. I ended up going for an MRI and discovering that I had 2 herniated discs. Coming to Cary allowed me to not have to worry about what doctor I was going to see or what physical therapist I had to go to. They say, these are the people we trust. You're going to have a great experience there, and I honestly did each time.
Call Meldon Law. Your consultation is absolutely free.
And I was in an accident. Someone ran a red light and hit me, and I was hurt. You don't know where to turn. Luckily, I called Jeffrey. These big insurance companies, they don't want you to win. They truly don't. But Jeffrey and his firm and the people that work here, they just really fight for you. You call the law offices of Jeffrey Meldon, because you're going to need help, and they will help you.
Call Meldon Law right now.
Hey, Sammy, look who's there. Say hi.
Hey!
You again!
Meldon Law, Jeffrey speaking.
Jeffrey!
Somebody else hit us here. Here we go again.
Here at Meldon Law and Friends, we got our esteemed guest this week, Joe Waters from Ocala, representing Engel Völkers, which is a internationally known real estate company, one of the most prestigious real estate brokerage firms in the world. So we're really happy to have Joe here today. Joe is a local Gainesvillian who relocated to Ocala, but he knows everywhere and everything about North Central Florida. We're always happy to have a great guest in here, and we're just for the audience out there that may not know why there's all these helmets behind us. We are at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. We love Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. They do great food. They have great drinks. This is kind of a really interesting room that they've developed just for podcasts, and it has all of the helmets that Steve Spurrier wore during his career. So it adds a little bit of flair and a little bit of uniqueness to a podcast room, and we're
absolutely. This is amazing, and thank you so much for having me,
Joe. Thank you for coming on board. So without further ado, let's get into the nitty gritty. Joe, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself and start where you were born and what brought you to Central Florida.
All right. So I'm one of the rare Florida natives. I was born in Orlando. Grew up in Gainesville since I was 1 year old. Went to high school at GHS. Graduated, went to college at Santa Fe. And then about 12 years ago, I moved to Ocala. And I've just flourished since then. So it's like I am very much Central Florida.
Do you know I'm a GHS grad as well? Probably a few years before you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I graduated in 96.
I'm 2001.
All right. So I was gone by the time that you came on board. But I had very fond memories. I thought it was a great school.
I loved it, yeah.
It was a great time. So obviously, this is your home, just like it is mine. And you've seen all the changes that have come in this area.
It's crazy to me because every time I come to Gainesville, it's like I can't even recognize it anymore because of the growth.
Yeah,
the
including where
growth.
we're sitting right now didn't exist.
Exactly.
You know, this is all
Celebration Point. This was all woods once upon a time.
This was a homeless encampment.
Exactly.
And now it's a feature of the city.
I know,
Yeah.
and even downtown. I mean, I used to own a business downtown. Now my building's not even there anymore. It's apartments.
That's crazy. So when did you first decide you were going to go into the real estate game?
I've been in real estate almost 6 years now.
Okay.
My decision to come into real estate was based on my previous experience from accounting, marketing, sales. I owned my own business a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
And just everything led me into, I can utilize all my knowledge, all of my experience, all of my education into one industry, and here I am.
What did you own downtown? I'm just curious.
I was a tattoo artist once upon a time.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I did that for about 10 years.
Okay.
I owned my own shop right there on the corner of 13th Street and University.
That's a great location.
And it was a great location. I always say it was my glory days.
Was that catty cornered to Leonardo's Pizza?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know exactly. So that you're right. The whole area now is apartments.
It's totally different.
They used to have Burrito Brothers and
oh
Leonardo's.
man, I miss Burrito Brothers.
Yeah, that was the spot. But I guess that's just the way that times are. They change.
Yep.
And
we have to be flexible with the change.
We have to be flexible.
Embrace it.
But it sounds like you have such a varied background: sales, accounting, business owner, entrepreneur, and it all came and now you're working for this really large, impressive company. How did you, when you first started, did you start with Engel Völkers?
No. So I've worked for actually several brokerages in my career. I landed Engel Völkers because the owner, we used to work together, and we were friends. Okay. But she knew my personality. She knew my work ethic. She knew my experience. And I was the first person she approached when she bought the franchise, okay, in Ocala. And she comes to me and she says, Joe, this is perfect for you. Join my team. And I was very apprehensive at first because it was new to me.
Right.
You know, it's hard to switch companies or even careers, you know. And it took me a little while to actually convince myself, but I did it. I took the leap, and I have been there for 3 years. I'm the OG, they call me.
All right.
And no looking back. I have no regrets.
Well, moving back before that, what brought you down to Ocala originally?
My spouse.
Okay, so this was about a decade ago?
More than that, yeah.
Okay. But you got to see Ocala as it's basically blown up.
It was crazy to me because coming from Gainesville to Ocala at the time was culture shock.
It had to be, yeah.
Because Gainesville, has always been very active.
Right, young. And,
exactly.
There's always shows going on.
You can get pizza at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And then you go to Ocala, like everything shuts down at 9 o'clock.
Correct.
It's not that way anymore.
Okay.
But it was culture shock for me, and I had to get used to it. But now that I'm used to it, I enjoy that slower pace. But now even Ocala is growing, like especially when World Equestrian Center came in.
Unbelievable.
It's just tremendous.
Yeah, the Taj Mahal is what we call it up here.
Yeah.
So you moved down to Ocala, and we're able to kind of see all of these warehouses move in, to see the World Equestrian Center, to see,
I have literally watched the growth.
You've watched everything. Tell me a little bit about the people in Ocala, the community that you're part of, and what you like about it.
Sure. So I mean, it's just like Gainesville. It's very diverse. Where once upon a time was good old boys, and now it's people are moving in from all over the world. Equine is huge in Ocala. We are the horse capital of the world.
Sure.
Literally.
Sure.
Even bigger than Kentucky. Okay. So you see all walks of life in Ocala, just like Gainesville, because people come from all over the world for UF into Gainesville. So we're literally neighbors, and we're partnering together.
Right.
And we're kind of bridging that gap where once upon a time it was a little bit separated.
Yes.
It's not so much separated anymore.
Right. We've been practicing it for 50 years, and we've always had a lot of cases in Ocala and Gainesville. But even the courthouse, the judiciary, the state attorney's office, all the lawyers, very different in Ocala than they were in Gainesville. But now they're starting to be kind of a more of a merge between the two.
Exactly. I mean, it's almost like a partnership.
Yeah, it really is. And so, in Ocala, obviously, there's a lot of growth, and I think this kind of ties into where you are now and what you do. Tell a little bit of the audience about what your concentration is in terms of commercial, residential, both. What really you enjoy doing?
What do I enjoy doing? Well, I love helping residential. That's my passion. I can also do commercial, okay, which is a whole nother animal. Really, my passion is, and what I didn't really even realize what my passion was until I fell into it, was I like relocating people. I have moved people from Washington State to Ocala. I have moved people from Tennessee to Ocala, Pennsylvania, all over the nation. And I've also moved them back at the same time, which is very interesting to me. I'm not sure how I fell into that, but it just happened. Even like if somebody wanted to buy a house in Spain, I'm just throw Spain out there. I know a guy in Spain. It's like, it's just the networking in Engel and Völkers is so diverse, and everybody knows everybody, and we all have this, it's a culture.
Right.
Okay.
Well, tell the audience a little bit about Engel and Völkers, because they may not know it like we've heard of it before, but it's a huge multinational company.
It is. It really is. So there's over 1,000 offices, but we don't call them offices. We call them shops.
Okay.
Okay. So there's over 1,000 shops globally in over 30 countries.
Incredible.
And
it's incredible.
And there's other companies that like to say, "Oh, we're global." No, it's a whole different animal.
Right.
Where literally, I have met people. I have met the founder, Christian Volker, from Spain. I have met people from Hamburg, which is where
incredible.
In Germany, and that's where it was founded.
Okay.
I've met people in Canada, Panama, all over the world. Literally, personally met them. So I really have a global reach as a handshake.
Right.
Not where it's just word of mouth.
You have the resources and the network to be able to do what you love to do, which is
100%.
helping relocate individuals from all over the world.
Yep.
And that's something that in Ocala probably happens quite a bit because of the nature of the city and the equine trade.
Absolutely. And it's crazy to me because there are 200 people a week coming to Ocala.
That's wow.
It blows my mind how much Ocala's grown.
It used
from
to
all
be,
over the world.
It used to be you can buy 100 acres for for less than 7 figures.
Yep.
Now you see places on the market between here and Gainesville going for $7 or $8 million with a little concrete 3-bedroom house on it.
It's location.
So if you're talking, let's do some scenarios then. So if you're talking to someone from the state of Washington, for example, they want to move across the state, they want to be involved in the horse trade. What are some of those conversations usually talk? What are you talking about, like in terms of bringing them close to the World Equestrian Center, or are you looking for like where are the fits that you're trying to find?
Well, that's very personal. So I talk to the person. What are your wants? What are your needs? Obviously, budgets has to be a conversation. And if they're equine, obviously we want to get them close to the equestrian center. But if they're more country, Ocala, Marion County still has a lot of farms, and
absolutely,
even Gainesville has some.
Right,
Lotchaway, and I call it Lotchaway.
I think that's what the locals call it, right? Yeah, the High Springs, Lotchaway, Newberry, Archer.
And I'm very blessed because I did grow up here. I know this entire area,
right?
And I can guide people and advise people to achieve their goals to the best of my ability.
Right. So once you get a relationship built with the potential buyer, then you're able to then identify, a few places that may meet their needs.
Right.
And when we were talking before the podcast, I mean, you reach out to Denellen, you're doing, I'm sure, Crystal River, you're doing all over it. Those areas also have completely transformed.
Oh, Denellen is in Crystal River. I mean, it's Ocala's moving that way.
Right.
So even that area is blowing up.
Plus, you have Tampa kind of bursting from the
So
south
it's like
of
coming
it.
from all angles.
Yeah, it's Florida is been discovered, and the changes that are coming, I think are interesting because the nature of the towns, especially if those viewers out there may not be familiar, Denellen, there's really not much there. There's probably there was probably a population of 13 or 20,000 people at some point, but now I don't know what it is. I mean, it's got to be.
There is so much growth out there. It is literally a mini Ocala.
We opened an office in Williston, and Williston, even Williston is blowing up, and that kind of abuts near Marion County, Levy County, and Marion are fairly.
Yep.
So, those outlying areas, do you see people from out of state like kind of looking at these areas as well?
Yeah, and the reason for that is, I think, is because those are still being developed, and they're a little bit more affordable. So I'm seeing people gravitating to those outlining areas, but still close enough to resources and convenience at the same time.
I mean, what people, I think I'd never really realized about Ocala until I got more ingrained into the culture, is that it's not just having the World Equestrian Center, it's having all of the resources around the equestrian trade.
Exactly.
Having the support, having the professionals,
Absolutely.
having all of the things that you need if you are passionate about horses.
And it's really right across the street.
It's probably, you could get probably someone to come to your farm much more easily than you would if you bought something, in the middle of Alabama, for example.
Right. Yes.
You're going to get like the best.
And it's not even that. It's also the people. Like, it's good people. Everybody that I've met are just solid, good people, not riffraff.
That's great.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you even have people coming from South Florida that want to escape.
Absolutely. Miami, Tampa. Miami is actually moving up here.
Right. They want to escape the rat race down there.
Absolutely. Because it's nothing but concrete down here. And Gainesville and Ocala, we have springs, we have the forests, we have all the natural beauty of true Florida. And people think of Florida, the beaches and Disney and the tourist spots.
Right.
But they forget about the natural beauty of true Florida.
Right, which is north of Orlando.
Right.
As we like to say, the south is the north and the north is the south when it comes to Florida.
Yes.
That's kind of the old adage. But you help people buy real estate. I'm assuming you list houses as well.
I focus on listings.
Okay.
But that does not mean that I don't work with buyers either.
Okay.
Typically, I'll list a house to help them buy a new house.
Gotcha. So it's almost a double transaction.
I don't want to say it that way. I just want to help people.
Right.
So their
No, I mean that in a
changes.
good way. That means that you're a one-stop shop. So you're helping.
That's exactly it. Yeah, exactly. So I've had people buy a house, call me a year later, hey, I need to sell my house because their life changes.
Right.
Situation changes, empty nesters, whatever the situation is. Okay, and they call me first. All right, let's put your house on the market. Let's market it correctly. Get you the best price that we can, and then let's find you a new house so that you can move on with your life.
Let me put you on the spot here a little bit.
Next chapter is what I'm saying.
Let me put you on the spot here a little bit because this is something that I think everybody wants to know.
Sure.
What is the market outlook forecast? I know it's hard to say. In Ocala, let's say Gainesville, the area that you really concentrate on, what are you advising people who are trying to move into the area in terms of the value and finding the right fit?
So I get this question a lot.
I'm sure. It's the question, right?
It's like the most frequent question. And I like to say, I wish I had a crystal ball.
Yeah.
If I had a crystal ball, I can tell you everything. But all I can tell you is what the current market looks like. And right now, we're waiting on interest rates to come down,
Sure.
which is deterring a lot of buyers, which they're supposed to come down here pretty soon.
Sure.
But the housing market, the prices of homes are not coming down at the same time. So the value is always there. And what I'm also seeing is people bought houses back in the pandemic for 2.5%.
Right.
They're sitting still.
At a very low price compared
Right.
to today.
It's basically free,
Right.
you know.
They call that the handcuffs, right?
Yes.
The golden, whatever you want to call it. But and that's the tough part is that there was such volatility between 20 and 20, only in 2025. It's only been 5 years
Right.
since the market crashed, and then in 2023 it went through the roof, and now it's coming back down. At least in some parts of Florida, it's coming back down a little bit, receding, not to where it was in 2020.
So I think it's really balancing out.
Yeah.
I think the market's really starting to balance out. In 2020, 2021, 2022, it skyrocketed because interest rates were so low.
Sure.
Home prices went way up. But then if you compare that to the true crash in 2007, 2008,
Yeah.
totally different. Where banks back then were just throwing money out there and anybody could buy a house. I bought my first house back then.
I did too.
Okay.
I did too. I don't want to talk about what happened, but
That's okay.
We went after it.
But
Yeah.
you know, in comparison, it's night and day difference. Like I don't foresee any crash.
Right.
It's a balancing.
Correct. So it's more of a equalization.
Exactly. Yes.
And once the interest rates come down, then there'll probably be more potential buyers.
Sure.
And then
The buyers are there, the sellers are there. It's very equal.
what do you tell someone? And this is kind of another scenario. I'm just curious.
Sure.
Like, let's say they bought their house in 2023 at the height, and they really want to move. And let's say the market right now is probably maybe 20% down from where it was at its peak. Do you tell them to hang on to it, or do you tell them to sell it? Like, what's the consideration? I know every case is different. And I know it's a tough question. That's why I'm asking it to you. It's
Sure.
like how do you factor into that type of calculation?
Well, I think it's very individual. So everybody has their own reasons for why they need to make a move. Okay. Life changes, and you have to change with life. Change is good sometimes. But the goal is to help the person, whatever that situation is.
Right.
The best that I'm able to do. It's not always price.
Yeah.
It's what can we do to meet your goal.
Right. Because if you can get a good deal somewhere else, it may just balance it.
And we have to open up the conversation of
That's great.
where do you see yourself? What can we do to get you there?
Yeah. I think that's great. I think that's the kind of advice that I would want is, let's not focus in on the number. Let's focus in on what the result can
Practicality.
be. Sure. And I think in this day and age, there is a lot of opportunities for buyers.
Yes. And really, there is a lot of opportunities for buyers.
Right.
Concessions and negotiations are huge for buyers right now.
What should buyers be looking for when they're looking for a real estate agent?
Experience, first of all. So with Engel and Völkers, we are advisors. We're not real estate agents. We're not realtors. We are realtors, but we're not. But our title is advisors, and there's a reason for that because we consult, we advise, we, direct you to what is best for your situation, and every situation is very different. So Engel and Völkers, they choose their people very strategically, based on experience and education. Not everybody can be an Engel and Völkers real estate realtor, advisor. Okay, so that's why it's an honor for me to be a part of it.
Of course. I mean, they're not just. They are the gold standard. So
They are.
You already have
And we
credibility.
take every. It's not transactional. It's a relationship. We build a relationship with every single client that we ever meet, and we take that first conversation, build a relationship. It is a transaction, but then we're friends afterwards.
Right. And that's why they come back to
And
you.
it's exactly.
That's amazing.
And it's lifelong, and they come back, and they come back, and they come back.
Well, Joe Waters, we're coming down to the last couple minutes. The time flew.
It was fun.
But it's been a great show. I want people, though, to be able to contact you.
Sure.
So why don't you take the final 2 minutes to kind of talk a little bit about how they can contact you, what the best practices are in contacting you and starting that relationship.
Absolutely. So the best thing, I mean, I'm not shy to give away my cell phone number, my personal phone. A lot of business people have 2 phones for business, 1 for personal.
Sure.
I don't do that.
Uh-huh.
My phone number is 352-318-5506. Call me, text me. You can email me at joe.waters@evrealestate.com.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can even find my website, which is joewaters.evrealestate.com.
And for those people who may not be sophisticated or bought houses before, you're not going to charge them for getting on the phone and talking to them.
Absolutely not.
It's
No.
all
Consultations is always free.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I get paid is when we close.
So you're doing all of this just to help them, and
that's what I'm here for. I want to help people. I love helping people.
So if you're in the market for some type of real estate anywhere in Florida, why not give Joe a call? He's going to give you at the very least some free advice.
Absolutely.
He's going to point you in the right direction, and more likely than not, he's probably going to find something that can fit for you.
Absolutely. And if I can't help you, I know people to put you in the right direction.
That sounds like a great deal to me, Joe. So Joe Waters from Engel Völkers, we really appreciate you coming on the show today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Once again, repeat your number for the listeners out there.
352-318-5506.
And email address?
joe.waters@evrealestate.com.
All right. Well, we've closed another great episode of Meldon Law and Friends. We're happy to have all our listeners out there, and we hope you'll show up for our next episode next week. Tuesday, Jeffrey Meldon will be back in the studio hosting. Thank you for your time.